What I wish I knew at 15 instead of 21. So let me tell you about the survivorship bias. At one point my cousin wanted to be a famous rapper. Now he stopped rapping and became a full-time tattoo artist. I used to want to be a famous YouTuber, but now I'm not really taking this seriously and maybe I'll be a lawyer. But why did we want to become successful in these unorthodox professions, wherein our chances were slim to none? The answer to that is that we were motivated by the success stories of the really big artists out there. My cousin was inspired by Kendrick, J. Cole, or some other rapper who came from nothing and made a name for themselves, while I was inspired by PewDiePie. I thought that if I became funny and I play games, I'm gonna be just like him. So, me and my cousin were both blindly inspired by the success stories of our idols. I mean, it's not like we knew any better. We were young and we were teens. When we thought of the industry, we only thought of the successful people because they're the only people that we knew. We had no idea that hundreds and thousands of people have tried and failed. Those people were invisible to us. This is most often the case when you're starting to have a dream because stories of triumphs are shared, unlike the stories of failure. So as observers, me and my cousin were victims of the survivorship bias. We didn't know that for every rapper who gets signed to labels, there are hundreds of rappers who get rejected. I didn't know that for every YouTuber who gets millions of views, there are hundreds of YouTubers who upload consistently and get nothing. The same principle applies to authors, athletes, dancers, entrepreneurs. It's just that the media is not interested in sharing the stories of failures. It just doesn't benefit them the way success stories do, so this creates the illusion of the survivorship bias. The idea that if they can do it, I can do it too. But we're blinded to the idea that if other people failed, I could also fail. This mindset is not just present in ambitions, it's also present in money. I remember back in 2021 when another cousin of mine told me that his friend put in $4,000 in Bitcoin when the value was still low, and in a short period of time, his money doubled. So what happened after he told me that story? I was more open to the idea that if I put my money in Bitcoin, it could double, or a new altcoin pops up and maybe it becomes the next Bitcoin. I was hopeful even though every day hundreds of people becomes in debt, homeless, because they lose all of their money in one of these volatile cryptocurrencies. Those people, they were invisible to me and I was attached to the idea that I can make it big too. I wasn't considering that I could lose the hard-earned money of my parents. The risk just became invisible to me. And if you're curious, I ended up losing a lot of my savings that time, all because I didn't consider the idea that some people could have just been lucky. But now I'm part of the winning team and I was able to capitalize from the recent Bitcoin pump, so I found this new form of confidence that makes me think that I know how to win, but in reality, this time I could have just been lucky. To conclude this video, the survivorship bias means that people systematically overestimate their chances of winning, especially when they're fueled by the stories of other people that made it. So what can we do to prevent this? To ensure that we don't get hypnotized by the success stories of other people, we have to look for people who failed. Seeing both sides of winning and losing removes the survivorship bias and ensures that we are seeing things clearly. Hey, thank you for watching till the end. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. I'm still currently working on my speech and my storytelling skills and I hope to get better soon.